had much showbiz news this last week or so, folks, because nothing's been happening. We've got a bit today, but we'll start with some sad news. As you probably heard, old Prunella Scales has sadly passed. I think she died yesterday, aged, I think, 93. 93. Wife of Timothy West. He only died a few months ago. Prue's not outlived him for that long. She was John Cleese's long-suffering wife in Fawlty Towers and a great comedic actress too. Liked her a lot. Especially liked her on the old canal boats, although she didn't know one day from the next because she'd been suffering dementia for a while, but she was very entertaining and a very nice lady. Very, very nice lady. So, gone, but definitely not forgotten. We've definitely got all the Fawlty Towers, if nothing else. So anyway, she's sadly passed. Reading something today about Robson Green. They're saying cold water swimming has taken him away from his huge cocaine addiction. And I thought, oh, good grief. I thought he was always on the straight and narrow. He looked like butter wouldn't melt. I didn't know he had a cocaine addiction. And I don't know how white water swimming takes you away from it. I don't suppose you can sniff any cocaine down there. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But anyway, he's off the cocaine and he's on to the cold water swimming. If I said white water swimming, I got that wrong. That's rafting, isn't it? Cold water swimming. What else have I got? I'll leave that one to last. Liz Hurley. She's saying, me and Billy Ray Cyrus are getting on famously. We love it. I've wrote this down so don't forget it. We love going to the supermarket together. We love learning guitar together. We love bird watching together. And we cut each other's hair. I thought, what's going on there? Cut each other's hair. I think she's in some kind of bubble. Did they call it a love bubble? I don't know what one of them is. It's all a bit weird, if you ask me. All a bit weird. I'll tell you what I wanted to tell you. Did any of you manage to listen over the weekend to Desert Island Discs? That's one of my favourites. Do they call them guilty pleasures? Yeah, I've got 4 or 5. I've got Sounds of the 70s on Sunday with old Whispering Bob. I've got that. I don't always get it on the Sunday, sometimes late Sunday night, sometimes in the week, but I always record it. So I've got that. I've got The Footage Detectives. That's on a Sunday as well. I love that. They've took old Jack Hargreaves off TPTV now, but I found him somewhere else. He's doing Open Country. It's on Rewind or something like that, 4:30 on Sunday. I love that. I record them all and watch them whenever I can. That's 3. And my 4th would be Desert Island Discs. I love it, but only when it's somebody that I like. I mean, just to give you an idea, they've got Lorraine on this Sunday. Won't touch it with a barge pole. She does my head in. I'll probably listen and see what she's got to say, but I don't want to. I don't like her. Lennie James was on Sunday, just gone. Love him. Think he's great. Absolutely. Did you hear it? Brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. If you've not listened to it, give it a go. You'll get it on BBC Sounds, but if not, I've got a tip for you. If ever you miss Desert Island Discs on a Sunday, I think they repeat it about 9:30 on a Friday morning, I think it is. So it'll be on this Friday. Go and have a listen. Fantastic actor. Fantastic fella. Fantastic family man. Loved it. Really, really, really enjoyed it. You can see what a nice fella is. You can, by the family he came from. So I had some lovely things to say about his mother and his brother, especially his brother, older brother. Fantastic. Really, really, really good. I've said in the past, my favourite actor, well, him and Stephen Graham, they're my favourite too. By a country mile. I think there's nobody in Britain anywhere near them. I think they're brilliant. Love him, old Lennie. I absolutely love him. And what was the last one? I was saying to myself, yeah, I heard something the other day. I did a couple of videos about it. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I mentioned to you that Cannon and Ball had been left out of the ITV. Is it a celebration of 70 years television? They're doing things on ITVX, for the birthday. And Cannon and Ball had been left out. And old Tommy's gutted. He's saying there was a time we had 18, 19, 20 million viewers on ITV. We was with them for 10 or 12 years in one stint, and we never went anywhere else. Never took the dollar off anybody else. We stayed loyal to them. And look how they've treated us. They've wiped us out as though we've not existed. There's nothing in the birthday celebrations about us. Anyway, they ran a piece on, I think it was GB News or Talk News, whatever it's called. And I watched that and listened to the interview, and I mentioned it on here. Then I mentioned, I think 3 or 4 days ago, that ITV now have relented and they've put a programme on about Cannon and Ball on ITVX. I said I'll watch it myself. I've not done yet, but I will because I like Cannon and Ball, no problem at all. No, they weren't Eric and Ernie, no. You could say they were a poor man's Eric and Ernie, but Eric and Ernie were like up here better than anybody. But Cannon and Ball were good, I liked them. I love Bobby, absolutely love Bobby. You couldn't not like Bobby, fantastic they were. Anyway, they're doing another bit of an interview with the same fella on, whether it was GB or Talk, I don't know which, the other day. And I managed to see it night before last. And they're having a chat there, and he's saying, oh, it's great, Tommy, that they've put a programme on. Tommy saying, oh, fantastic, over the moon, blah, 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 blah. And the fella said to him, is anything happening with that documentary? You've got a documentary saying you want to do about yourself and Bobby, your life's together and whatever else. He said, it's very slow. He said, like I told you the other week, we've took it to loads of TV stations and they don't seem over keen. He said, but we've got somebody now interested, a production company, I think he said from Leeds. They're looking at doing it for us. He said, but money's the problem. He said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, we've not got the money for it really. We've not got the money. He said, so we're opening a GoFundMe or whatever it is page. And anybody that'd be interested would like to see it. We're inviting them to donate. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Donate? The presenter said to me, he said, even a £5, Tommy, you'd be happy. He said, oh, £5 here, £5 there. They all mount up. We'll be happy with anything. If it gets the programme made, he said, that'd be fantastic. He said, as much as anything else, I'm doing it for the memory of Bobby. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, me old son, I like you. For all I like you, I've always liked you. You're just talking about performing in front of 18, 19, 20 million on ITV, prime time on a Saturday night. You talked earlier about selling out summer seasons at Blackpool, doing 2 shows a day to 3,000 people at a time, 7 days a week, for many a year, selling out here, selling out there, selling out pigging everywhere. Thought you're really selling out now. You're after money off normal folk like myself to make a documentary about you. You that have been in the public eye for 30 or 40 years and earned a pigging fortune. And you want us to pay for your documentary. I'm thinking that's not on that. This is supposed to be showbiz news. It's developed into one of my rants. I don't mean it to. And I like Bobby and Tommy, I do honestly, but it didn't sit well with me. I'm not so sure I agree with it. What do you think? Should we be paying for a pigging documentary? Or should he pay for it? If he spent all his money, it's his own fault. He must have earned a few quid 10 years on ITV. Saturday nights, 18, 19 million. And he wants us to pay? Never, man, never. I've not paid anything anyway.